Hi, everyone. Welcome to Gale at Night. Today, I want to talk about something that has affected my life in ways I never could have imagined. That's stalking by proxy. This isn't just about someone following you or watching from a distance. It's about how a stalker can weaponize other people, sometimes even institutions, to continue harassing you, even when they can't reach you directly. I've personally experienced this kind of behavior, and I want to share what stalking by proxy looks like and how it impacts the people who go through it. Stalking by proxy is when a stalker uses third parties, other people, to do their dirty work for them. Sometimes those people know what they're doing, other times they're being manipulated or misled. The goal is always the same: to monitor, intimidate, and control the victim while keeping the stalker's hands technically clean. Unfortunately, I've experienced many of these tactics firsthand. One major tactic is misusing official systems. That's filing false reports, making false accusations, or trying to involve employers, police, or agencies. In my case, the person responsible has repeatedly tried to involve outside systems by spreading false narratives and filing baseless claims. The purpose isn't justice, it's harassment through bureaucracy. It forces you to constantly defend yourself, draining your time, energy, and peace of mind. And all while they're doing this, they often pretend to be the victim, claiming they're being stalked, hacked, or threatened. They'll post dramatic stories about being under attack when in truth, they're the ones causing the chaos. Another common tactic is using people around the victim. They may reach out to mutual acquaintances, pretending to be concerned or asking innocent questions just to gather information. That's how stalkers maintain contact without ever speaking to you directly. They use others to check on you or to pass along messages you never asked to receive. And again, all while this is happening, the person doing it continues to publicly play the victim, saying that they're being targeted or that people are obsessed with them. It's classic projection, accusing others of doing exactly what they're guilty of. Another tool stalkers use is legal abuse, turning the court system into a weapon. They might file false police reports, unfounded restraining orders, or unnecessary frivolous motions just to keep the victim tied to them through legal processes. But they say that people won't leave them alone. It's not about winning in court. It's about keeping control and forcing the victim to stay engaged. Even when the accusations are proven false, the stress and cost are still real. And while they're doing this, they're online acting like they're the ones being persecuted, talking about how everyone's out to get them or how people are jealous of their happiness. But you can always tell by the pattern, because happy people don't spend their lives trying to destroy others. But honestly, who that happy spends this much time online spreading lies, filing reports, and obsessing over people they supposedly don't care about? Their actions say everything. They want me to be as miserable as they are in real life. When direct contact is impossible, some stalkers turn to social media. They create smear campaigns or incite others, sometimes even strangers, to attack, gossip, or harass on their behalf. They frame it as commentary or accountability, but in reality, it's targeted harassment. The goal is to humiliate, intimidate, and isolate the victim while pretending it's just public discussion. Some stalkers even go as far as ordering or canceling services in their victim's name. Fake deliveries, account changes, or unwanted subscriptions. These acts might seem small, but they're deeply invasive. They're designed to make you feel unsafe in your own home and unsure who you can trust. Stalking by proxy is so effective because it's sneaky and hard to prove, unless you keep receipts like I do. And I don't have to fabricate anything or try to frame anyone or create some lame ass skit that anyone with common sense knows that is fake. It creates confusion, and when the harassment comes from third parties, it can look legitimate, like a coincidence or concern. It isolates the victim. When the people around you are being used against you, it's easy to feel alone. And it causes deep emotional distress. The uncertainty, the manipulation, and the constant fear of what's next can take a heavy toll on your mental health. Meanwhile, the stalker continues to play the role of the misunderstood victim, saying everyone's bullying them or trying to bring them down. It's a calculated form of projection, again, accusing others of doing exactly what they're guilty of. Stalking, including stalking by proxy, is a crime in all 50 states and at the federal level. Most laws define stalking as a course of conduct, meaning 2 or more actions that cause fear, distress, or emotional harm. Even if the stalker isn't the one sending the messages or making the calls, if they're behind it, it still counts. And when they involve others or institutions, it only expands the damage. Living through this has changed the way I see people, privacy, and justice. It's shown me how easy it is for someone to twist the systems, sympathy, and social media into tools of control. This isn't drama. It's not entertainment. It's a pattern of psychological, legal, and social abuse that can destroy lives. If you've ever dealt with someone who constantly plays the victim while creating chaos behind the scenes, you know exactly what I'm talking about. For anyone going through this or something similar, please remember, you are not crazy, you are not overreacting, and you are not alone. My story is ongoing, but by speaking out, I hope to raise awareness because people need to understand that stalking doesn't always look like someone following you down the street. Sometimes it's hidden behind fake concern, sometimes it's buried in legal paperwork. And sometimes it's disguised as content made to manipulate or defame. But at its core, stalking by proxy is still stalking, and it deserves to be taken seriously. Thank you for listening, and if this helped you understand stalking by proxy a little better, please leave a comment and share this video. Awareness is the first step toward real accountability and real safety. This is Gail at Night. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for supporting. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and set the bell to all.